Aloha, Hezekiah. Tell you what, we did a couple different things. On the piano, we tried to understand that 1, 3, 5 makes a triad. But we don't always have to have a piano. We could also have something called an organ. It has a completely different feeling than the piano does, and you get the blend chords just the same with chords. We'll talk about that at a later time. However, I do want you to see what you were doing on the drum set as being something really cool and interesting. We were taking the bottom note and playing a kick drum, which has our lowest foot playing on the lowest note of the timbre. Now remember, the cymbals up here are different names. One's called a ride, one called a crash. This is called a hi-hat. It's the thing we do most of the percussion on. The three most important things on a drum set are going to be the bass, which is the lowest part of the drum set, which you know because it sounds like it's the lowest piece. The snare, which was actually the first piece on a drum set that was created. It has a very old type of sound. And then the third most important one is the hi-hat. We can play it with a foot down, which is closed, or a foot up, which is open. The basic beat we did today was this. We learned how to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, representing eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We only gave a beat though on the 1, meaning it had all 4 beats. So we were playing a whole note on our bass foot. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. The way that I know how not to get lost is I count out loud 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When I get to the and of 4, I lift my foot so it naturally falls down on the 1. Well, when we do the hi-hat, that mechanism is just the quarter notes. Quarter, 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 quarter. Whole note. Whole note. Whole note. Whole note. So when we do this, we're also doing half notes with the other hand on the snare, on the 2, and then on the 4. So we'd have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So when we hear 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, we're going to throw down the snare as hard as we, throw down the snare as hard as we can. Quarter, 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 quarter. Whole note. Whole note. Here it comes. So the counting. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then we speed that up with 16th notes and give it different influence to play something cool on drums. Very proud of you being able to do that today. Tell you what, we only worked on one new chord. It was the D7, and you gravitated towards it. Now I'm going to send you a video that has the whole song. Till next week.